High above the world, beyond the silver clouds and the soft glow of the moon, the night sky stretched wide and endless. It was December, and the heavens shimmered with thousands of stars. Each star sparkled in its own special way, sending soft beams of light across the sleeping earth below. Together they made the sky look like a great velvet blanket sprinkled with glittering diamonds. Among all those stars was one very small star. It twinkled quietly near the edge of a great constellation, not as large or as bright as the others, but full of gentle warmth. Every night it tried its best to shine, even though its light was softer and its glow was mild. It loved being part of the night sky and felt proud whenever people on Earth looked up and smiled at the stars. As Christmas drew near, the small star noticed something beautiful below. Through the thin layers of cloud, it could see tiny golden lights flickering across the earth. They were Christmas lights, warm, glowing, and full of joy. They dotted towns and villages, glittering along rooftops and wrapping trees with color. The star loved to watch them each year. It liked to imagine how happy the world must be when those lights shone so brightly. The little star often wondered what it might feel like to be part of that world. To see the snow up close, to watch candles glow inside windows, and to feel the magic that came from laughter and kindness. But stars belonged to the sky, and the little one knew it could never go down to the earth. Its place was high above, guiding travelers and watching over the sleeping land. One cold winter night, as the star gazed down on the world, a great wind began to stir. It rolled across the heavens, scattering clouds and sweeping through the constellations. The larger stars shimmered proudly, standing strong against the wind, but the little one was small and light, and before it could steady itself, the wind caught it. The tiny star spun through the air, tumbling between ribbons of cloud. It sparkled and tried to hold on to the sky, but the wind was too strong. Slowly, softly it began to fall. The world below grew closer and brighter. The air grew warmer, and colors the star had never seen filled its vision. Deep greens of forests, white snowfields, and the golden glow of village lights. It wasn't frightening. It was beautiful. The fall was gentle, like floating down through a dream. The star drifted lower and lower, until the clouds thinned and the land stretched wide beneath. There were mountains capped with snow, rivers frozen into silver ribbons, and little towns shining like jewels. The star looked around in awe. It had never imagined that the world could be so full of color and life. As it descended, the wind slowed to a whisper. The star passed over a quiet forest where tall pine trees stood heavy with snow. It saw a small church at the edge of the woods, its steeple dusted in frost, and its windows glowing softly with candlelight. The star drifted toward it, drawn by the peaceful sound of distant singing that floated up into the air. Then gently, the star landed in the snow near the church. Its light glowed warmly against the white ground, casting soft golden ripples across the drifts. For a long while, it just sat there, still and silent, feeling the calm of the earth for the first time. The forest around it shimmered faintly under the moonlight. The snow sparkled, and the branches of the pine trees bowed under their weight. A deer stepped quietly nearby, its breath forming little clouds in the air. The star's glow reflected in the deer's eyes, and for a moment, everything felt perfectly still. The little star didn't know what to do. It missed its home in the sky, but it also felt something wonderful, a sense of belonging, a closeness to the world it had always admired from afar. It wanted to stay a while, to see what the people inside the church were doing. Through a window, the star could see a Christmas tree standing tall inside. Its branches were full of ornaments and ribbons, but its very top was empty. No star rested there, and its peak looked lonely. The little star's light shimmered gently as it thought about how beautiful that tree would look with a shining star above it. All through the night, the star rested in the snow, its light flickering like a tiny candle flame. The soft hum of singing drifted from the church, mingling with the whisper of the wind. The star listened and felt peace fill its glowing heart. When morning came, a soft orange light spread across the horizon. The first rays of sunlight touched the snow, and the little star's glow dimmed slightly in the brightness. Soon, a man came walking through the forest path toward the church. He was carrying a basket of wood and humming a carol to himself. As he neared the steps, he noticed something golden glimmering in the snow. He bent down, brushed the frost away, and found the little star. It pulsed gently in his hands, warm and light. Smiling softly, he looked up at the empty space atop the tree through the church window. Carefully, he carried the star inside. Inside the chapel, the candles flickered quietly, and the air smelled like pine and cinnamon. He climbed a small ladder and placed the glowing star right at the top of the Christmas tree. The moment he stepped back, the entire room filled with golden light. The star shone brighter and brighter until its glow spread across every corner of the church. The people who gathered that evening for Christmas service gasped softly as they entered. They had never seen such a warm, beautiful light. It filled the air with peace and joy, wrapping everyone in a gentle glow. No one could explain where the star had come from, but everyone agreed it was a Christmas miracle. The little star, now resting proudly atop the tree, looked out through the window at the snowy forest. It could see the sky above, filled with its old companions twinkling down. It did not feel sad or out of place. It had found a new purpose, to shine here, among people who needed its light. As night fell, the sky above grew darker, and the stars began to sparkle again. The other stars noticed one small light missing from their constellation. At first, they worried, wondering where their friend had gone. But when they looked down, they saw a faint golden glow on the surface of the earth, brighter than all the others. They twinkled proudly, knowing their little friend had found a new place to shine. Each year after that, as the snow returned and Christmas came again, the little star continued to glow from the top of the tree. Its light never faded, even after the candles burned out. It stayed warm and bright, a symbol of hope for everyone who came to the little church in the woods. Families would visit from nearby villages to see the miracle star that glowed even on the coldest nights. They would stand quietly, holding hands, feeling its warmth touch their hearts. The children would stare in wonder and whisper about how the star must have fallen straight from heaven. Through every winter storm, the star shone calmly, never flickering, never dimming. And though it sometimes missed the endless sky, it knew that its light was doing something even more magical. It was lighting up hearts. Over time, people began to share the story of the little star. They said that long ago, a star had fallen from the sky because it wanted to see the beauty of Christmas up close. They said it had found a place where it could make the world brighter, not by being high above it, but by shining within it. The story spread far and wide, carried from voice to voice, until it became part of Christmas itself. And somewhere, even higher above, the stars watched with quiet pride. They still missed their little friend, but they knew that sometimes, even stars need to fall to discover where they truly belong. Every Christmas Eve, the sky seemed to sparkle a little brighter above that snowy forest. The stars blinked gently, sending their love down to the golden light that shone so peacefully below. And on those nights, if one listened closely, the wind carried a soft sound, almost like the hum of a song, warm and calm, filled with joy and wonder. The little star still remembered what it was like to dance among the constellations, to twinkle beside the moon, to light up the oceans and mountains from above. But now, it had found something even greater. It could touch lives, bring hope, and remind every heart that light once shared never fades. And so, the star glowed year after year, Christmas after Christmas, a quiet guardian of warmth in a cold world. It no longer feared falling, for it understood that falling had been its way of flying. Whenever snow fell across the earth and candles flickered in the windows of homes, the little star's light reached out to touch them all, connecting sky to earth, dream to heart, heaven to home. And every child who looked up into the night sky on Christmas Eve saw that one golden light among the stars and felt its gentle warmth, as though it whispered to them that no one is ever too small to shine. The world turned, seasons changed, and countless Christmases passed. Yet still the little star's story lived on, not just in the glow of that tiny chapel, but in the hearts of all who believed in the quiet, everlasting light of kindness.